Good morning, ma'am. Good morning, classmates. This is my report about principles and method of teaching adults and other non-formal education clients. Our topic number 1 is about the non-formal education teacher, his characteristics, role, and expectation. What is the non-formal education about? The non-formal education refers to planned structure, programs, and processes of a person in social education for the young people designed to improve a range of skills and competence outside the formal education curriculum. When we say non-formal education, it refers to the extension or community outreach services. We all know every one of us was experiencing the outreach services. The outreach services is a process of what activity doing outside the school curriculum. In this activity, they can conduct clean-up drive to the community, tree planting, also feeding program for the children, reading session, and many more. The non-formal education teacher was doing extension or community outreach services. At what I said from the previous slide, teacher doing extension or community outreach services perform the multifaceted role of an advisor, a leader, a teacher, an organizer, a co-worker, a liaison officer, a friend, and a sympathizer in the group he works with. The non-formal education is different from the formal education, which is held in the school and they are bases to the school curriculum. The non-formal education teacher, considering teaching as his main task, he has to understand that the literacy program or any non-formal education program is designed on principles of human learning with this characteristic. 1 is students participate actively and directly in a variety in rich and interesting experience. Direct experience and supplemented by books and other resources materials. 2 is the program appreciate the rich resources its person bring to the sessions like local dialect, cultural differences, skills, interests, etc. The third one is the program does not underestimate the linguistic competence of the student, but he or she practice speaking, reading, writing, and listening. And the last one, the pace of instruction is determined by the students. According to Medina and Ancheta in their book Agriculture and Home Extension in the Philippine Setting, teaching is both a science and an art. They continue by saying that as a science, teaching is a body of knowledge that comes from the research and experience. As an art, it requires the touch of an artist and the use of his creativity, imagination, initiative, and the resourcefulness. When you are conducting an immersion, this is the some guidelines according to Ancheta and Medina on how to be successful in teaching. There are 7 guidelines. 1 is be sincere your desire to help others learn. Second one is to understand the desire, need, and interest of your target audience. Like for example, conducting an immersion for the out-of-school youth children, you need to focus on the reading, writing skills. The third one is strive for achieving change in people but not through the use of force. And the fourth one, deal with your client with due consideration on their educational, financial, and social level. The fifth one, know the techniques, method, and skills of teaching. 6. Have an adequate knowledge of up-to-date findings in the area you are teaching. 7. Be guided by your past experience. According to Medina and Ancheta, despite all the motion of teaching, learning may not take place at all. The teacher may complete a number of sessions, like what to our immersion, they need to be done in the 25-hour session. Like home visitation has conducted several method, demonstration, and has finished the required reports, yet learning may not be productive unless the teacher has experienced the following. 1 is notice something. Notice something about the behavior, the culture, and other experiences of the respondent after the immersion done. 2 is want something. Want something new or want something to improve about yourself on how to improve to the next session or next immersion. Do something or do self-voluntary. Fourth one is get something out of the action done. In other words, teachers should follow the steps in learning process: awareness, need, action, and satisfaction. As a motivators, the non-formal education teacher should consider the factors that motivate people to accept new knowledge and practice classified as One is psychological factors. Psychological factors include new experience, recognition, job security, more leisure time, better life for children, greater efficiency in emergency needs. The second one is sociological factors. Sociological factors include higher social status, greater prestige, note expectancy, sociabilities, and hobbies. And the last is economic factors. Include education for children, more consumer goods, better norms, higher level of living, more earning power, and better occupational efficiency. Characteristic of the non-formal education teacher. To be successful in non-formal education work, the non-formal education worker must possess the following qualities. 1. Faith in non-formal education. 2 is integrity. He should be honest in the word of action. He does what he say and he will do. Responsibility. He carries out his work well and is always on time and reliable. Number 4 is sympathy. He is interested in problem of other and understand how to help people who have difficulties. 5. Courage. He faces squarely the difficulties of the clients is that all he can do solve them. 6. Resourcefulness. He sees to it the materials are available and he handles problem in ease with care. 7 is leadership. He manages activities successfully without much hassle. 8. Vision. He tries out new ideas and is ready to meet challenge.